Okay. So tonight we have a guest speaker, and she's one of Carly's personally sponsored coaches. She's been a coach for a long time, longer than me for sure, and Kirsten. What? Everything okay? Thought I heard something. Sounds echoey. Oh,
Make sure everyone's muted again.
yeah, hold on. Some people got on. Okay, just try to mute yourself if you're not muted. So anyway, Sarah, I'm gonna not do your last name because I can't do it. Okay. I think I can do it, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to butcher it. But anyway, Sarah is a diamond coach. She is awesome. She does really well with social media. I love following her posts. And so I asked her to talk to us about social media and time management. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to her so she can get started. Let me unmute you. Okay.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm so excited to be on. I am just getting over being sick, so I hope I don't start coughing on you guys. But I have a lot of notes for you guys that I want to share about, time management and social media. So, Vanessa, you want me to just go into it? Do you want me to give a little background?
You can give a background.
Okay. So it's coming up actually on my 2-year. Oh, there's some feedback.
Here. Yeah, I'm trying to.
I can show you. So if you go to participants at the bottom, click on it, and is that where you do it? There's, you click on that, and then it will say mute all.
Okay, good. Okay, yes.
I learned.
Oh, wait. No,
okay, I'm good. Okay, so I've been a coach. I signed up August 21st, 2013, so almost 2 years ago. I am a full-time college student. A lot of people don't know that about me. I go to school online at Southern New Hampshire University. You may have seen the commercials. I work full-time in daycare. I just recently went part-time. I also have a life. I am able to, balance everything. And sometimes it is a little hard, but I will share my tips and what's really worked for me. A little more of a background. I saw my first challenge group post from Carly. I followed Carly right from the beginning. I saw she was gluten-free, and I was like, you know what? I need to follow her. I have celiac disease myself. I also have, psoriatic arthritis, psoriasis, PCOS. So, I thought I was 18 years old, 19 years old when I signed up. And I thought to myself, I have all these odds against me. Why not do something for myself? Why not change my health and change my life? So I figured, you know what? I've tried everything. Why not try this challenge? What do I have to lose? And this was back in Carly's first challenge group, and it was a 90-day group, June 1st to August 31st. That was my entire summer. And I said, you know what? I'm 19 years old. What do I have to lose? I need to do something, and I need to make a change. I joined the challenge group. I literally changed my life, and I signed up as a coach end of August. And ever since, I would say I didn't hit the ground running. I don't want you guys to think that I did, because I didn't. I tried everything, and I thought I was failing. But what I was failing at was social media and time management. So I knew, you know what, I needed to have some systems in place in order to do everything accordingly. And doing so, I've been able to create systems that really work for myself and my team. So I'm going to get started. So first, I have my notes right next to me. So I'm a huge note taker. So you guys might want to take some notes, because we are going to do an exercise. So you will need a piece of paper. So first, time management. If you guys don't already use a scheduling tool, whether it's on your phone or on a planner, I highly recommend it. Right now, I've gone through pretty much every planner, and there was something I didn't like about it. I love school supplies. So I found the Day Designer Planner, and it's from Target. They have it online where you can customize it for like $60, but instead I spent, like $15 or $16. I love it. It schedules my time. I have a to-do list on there, notes, everything. Before, I had an Erin Condren planner. I had a passion planner, and it just wasn't suiting my needs. So I highly recommend doing something. If you're digital, use your phone or something. But for me, I know I definitely need a written planner. If it's not on there, it doesn't get done. Second, what I like to do is, focus on the things that you don't want to do. Sometimes it's hard if you have a full inbox, which you guys should, which I will talk about too. If you have a full inbox, it's hard to get through them all. Sometimes it seems daunting, and I know we love our jobs, but sometimes we're tired. If you're like myself and Vanessa and Kirsten, like we work hard. And so after a long day of work, sometimes, you're just like burnt out. So I want you guys to think, maybe you can get up an hour earlier. And that's what I do. Get up an hour earlier. Try to get through your inbox then. Eat the frog. Do the thing that you don't want to do first. The thing that, is easy to put off. But I want you guys to remember that this business is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple in the fact that we do the 3 vital behaviors, but it's easy to put off these vital behaviors, right? And that's what I was doing in the beginning of my business. So the book Eating That Frog or Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy is great. Highly recommend it. And that book has really just helped me get what I don't want to do first, whether it's, scheduling your groups or anything. Also, if you are running late on time or you are a busy person, I highly recommend Hootsuite or Buffer to schedule your posts in advance. You don't want your challengers waiting on you in order to have that post done in the morning. Instead, take something off your plate and do that. I do that actually once a month. I sit down and I buffer all my groups. It takes a little while that day, 2 or 3 hours, because I run a lot of groups each and every month. But it's great knowing that, sorry, I thought I just heard something. Knowing that you don't have to worry about it the rest of the month. Just knowing that, that's one thing taken off your plate. I want you guys to think of that. What can you do with your time right now to make it easier for you in the future? To make it easier for you to focus on what the 3 vital behaviors each and every day. Whether that is waking up earlier, staying up later, just getting everything done. For me, I work full-time. Like I said, I recently went part-time. So oftentimes, 5 a.m., I wake up, I do my power hour, go to work at 7:30 to 5. At 5, I have to work out. So I get my workout in, I get all the vital behaviors done if I haven't already. And then I have nights that are full of calls. So I want you guys to remember, get that power hour in every day. If you guys don't know what that is, it's in Rock the Basics typically. I'm not sure if do you guys do a separate Rock the Basics, Vanessa?
No, we did with Carly.
Carly's. Okay, so yeah, we go over it in there. Get your messages done, get everything done in your power hour. So this way you have time throughout the day. This business does not have to take up your whole day. It's just, it's part-time hours. It's what you guys need to get done in order to be more effective. And if you guys have any questions or want to stop me, just use the chat feature below. And then I'm going to just jump onto social media. I talk really quick. Am I going too fast?
No, you're fine.
No. Okay.
That's fine because I don't know how much time it allows us to do this. So.
Okay. Usually, if you don't have the paid version, it's like 45 minutes. So.
Yeah, I don't. So.
Okay. Cool. So I'll keep going.
Yeah, speed it up.
So social media posts. That's something that was really hard for me in the beginning. I remember I used to think that the stock images Beachbody created were great for us to use. Which yes, they create them for us. But why would we want to be like the other, 360,000 other coaches? Why would we want to be, a cookie cutter coach? That's the thing. You don't. You want to stand out. So with my coaches and my Team Knockout, I like to really talk about branding. I want you guys to think, what are 5 things you can think of that define yourself? Or maybe 10. And then write them at the top of your Instagram so you remember when you're posting to include these things. A great example is one of my coaches, Kate Tremage. She's a teacher, so her market's very small because she can't have her profiles public. So she's able to, add people selectively, and she has her interest right at the top. She talks about how she loves, clean eating, fitness, grandma activity. She's 24, and she loves to knit and everything. So that's what she says. And she brands herself as young, mild, and clean. So clean eating, but she's not wild. She's mild. So that's a great idea. I want you guys to brand yourself. Whether it's just something as simple as, maybe you love pizza. Who cares? Share about it. Maybe you're like me and love Target. I share about that. And I actually have people, tagging you about that now. It's crazy how you would think that you brand yourself. So for me, I think, what makes me me? I have a family, obviously. I have celiac disease, so I write autoimmune warrior. I have PCOS. I have, all these things going against me. I'm a full-time college student, daycare provider. Think of anything. I'm a dog mom. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. Just think of what you have going on around you. And then start branding yourself like that, because you don't want to be like everyone else. I want you guys to really think, what sets you apart from someone else, even one of your teammates. Like if I thought to myself, what sets me apart from Vanessa? I don't have kids. That's one thing, right? And she has that with, I love her posts with her daughters cheering her on. And I'm over here like, hey, I wish I had that. But instead, what do I have? My dog, okay? So I want you guys to think, what sets you apart? What's going to make you you? And that's, you just need to be real. I remember in the beginning, I used to think like, well, my posts aren't like Carly's, or my posts aren't like, Lindsay Matway's. That's because I'm not them. Just really own who you are. What else did I have? I'm just sorry, going off on a tangent. Also, when you're doing your posts, put that in your schedule. I don't take more than 5 minutes for my posts most of the time. When I use apps, do you guys want me to share the apps I use? Okay, I only use a few, I promise. I use, let me just grab my phone. Is that bad that I don't remember the names? I use Rona Designs. I use that for every picture. RHONNA. Pick Play Post for videos and photos. And I use PickStitch. I was also recommended the app WordSwag, but I've never used it.
I use that a lot.
Do you? I use Rona Designs on everything, and it gives you this feature where you can make, the background or the sides of your photo white. So if you guys want to check it out, my Instagram is @Sarah, SARAH, So my last name's Chickianis, but that's a little crazy, so I just, shortened it on social media. But it really helps me keep things clean. I have a lot of white around my photos. I've been doing that for, I think, over a year now. And I will say that it attracts more people. People are looking at your social media like as if it was a magazine. Brand yourself as if you're a magazine. Are you going to be Vogue? Or are you going to be, what are you going to be? Just think of yourself that way. Pick a color and stick to it. I try to have a color scheme too. I brand myself black, white, and gold or red. Also, have purpose when you do your posts. I have so many coaches that say, oh, well, I'm inviting. And I'm like, who did you invite? They're like, well, I posted on Instagram. And I'm like, that's not an invite. That's an invite post. You still have to private message, guys. I want you guys to know that. If, like I said before, you should have an inbox full of people, because that means you're reaching out to people consistently. Before, I used to think, why aren't people running to me? What's going on? So many other people have inboxes full. And now I realize it's hard for me to keep up with my inbox because I'm sending out so many messages. Right now I have an inbox full of 50 or 60 people, and I have to answer them tonight. But guess what? It's because I've been sending out those messages consistently. It's because I've been building those relationships. And that will all help when you're on social media. I also have coaches that used to not post on social media, and then they would add people from, other Facebook groups, adding to your network. And people would be like, wait, you're a coach? I don't see anything on your page that's even about health and fitness, or even, about you. You're just sharing posts. So don't be afraid. Just make your own content. Don't second guess it. I know so many people that second guess their posts and wonder, are they good enough? Or are people going to like them? What if I get no likes? Guess what? Just do it anyways. Be you, own it. And that all goes back to personal development, which I bet you guys talk about in your team page. I know we do. And You're a Badass is a really great book. If you guys haven't been, if you need a personal development book or something, that really has helped me too for just being myself on social media, because it's really hard when you see, when you're in your newsfeed and you see Beachbody coach after Beachbody coach. It's so easy to try to, do what they're doing. And it's also so easy to say, oh, well, the market's saturated. Guess what? It's not. It's just your friends list. Okay, do you want me to go over that, Vanessa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, I get ignored all the time. And guess what? I don't even care. I actually just had a thing where I contacted someone September 2013, messaged her monthly. I maybe got, 2 or 3 responses in the past, almost 2 years. She signed up in June. And that wasn't me being naggy. That was me seeing her post, seeing she was on vacation. I'd message her, hey girl, how are you doing? Your vacation looked beautiful. How was it? I get ignored. I saw her post that she needed help with health and fitness. I would say, hey, I know I'm struggling too. I have celiac as well. How can I help you? Nothing. I would message her saying, hey, good luck at your new job. Nothing. And that's just be consistent. People are going to catch on. I've had probably 5 or 6 people most of them actually signed up as coaches that were ignoring me for so long. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm just being genuine. I want to know how these people are doing. And just be you and own it. Just keep going for it. Don't follow up with the same thing every time, because chances are they're going to answer after a while. And oftentimes they'll message you back saying, I'm sorry I ignored you for so long. I wasn't okay with myself or didn't realize I needed help. And the girl that messaged me back was saying, you know what? I was getting ready to go on a family vacation to the beach, and I realized how far I've gotten from my goals. So it's just that thing where they see you constantly on social media and constantly, if you're sending them messages, following up, just being curious. Don't, to be interested in these people. I always tell my coaches that the people that I talk to daily, they're my friends. They aren't, my prospects. They're my friends. I have people that haven't even signed up ever, and they text me saying like, hey girl, how's your day going? And I'm like, you know what? That makes me feel so great. It's because I care about them that they reciprocate that. So even if you're being ignored, who cares? Get over it. I'm a very shy person. You guys may not realize it, but I'm like super shy. When I first became a coach, I used to get like anxiety attacks before going on calls. And I remember Carly would be like, hey, can you lead the Iron Edge call? And I'm like, oh God, like, how am I going to do this? But it's really all about, just growing as a person. So I hope that helped.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, I'm going to go back to social media. I want you guys to remember that you have to have a purpose every time you post. Don't just post just to post. I used to get in that habit too, just to post. No, it's not worth it. I'd rather not skip one of my 3 to 5 posts during the day, if it's going to be a crappy post, I hate to say it, than just put it out there. You want to make sure you're adding value, even if that's, just a simple photo of you. Like yesterday, I realized, a lot of my photos lately are about, fitness or food. I take a lot of food pictures because for me, it's like my market's a little different because I have food issues like celiac disease and PCOS. So that's a huge part of my life, and people may not get that. So I share. And remember, guys, the picture isn't everything. The caption is a lot too. You don't just throw up a photo with no caption. Every once in a while, that's fine, to do some emojis or something. But make sure you're adding value to people's lives. Yesterday, so I was saying that I posted a photo that was not fitness related. It was a picture of me and my maxi skirt and my planner and all. And I realized I was sitting on the couch and I'm like, you know what? This is totally me. This is just going to show who I am. So I took a photo. I got so many messages on that photo saying oh my goodness, I can relate to you so much. I've been meaning to message you back. And these are all people that were ignoring me. So if you're really reaching out to your target market, they're going to come to you when they're ready. I want you guys to remember that. And your posts are going to draw people in if you're doing them correctly. So if you check out any coach on Iron Edge, that's maybe one of the diamonds, because we put a lot of time into our social media. It's not just random. Today I posted a food picture. I was out to lunch. Stage your photos. Make sure this is not cluttered. We actually talked about it on the Iron Edge call last week. Make sure things aren't cluttered. Make sure things look neat, even if that means tidying up a little before you take a video when you're working out. I mean, keep it real, but also be clean. That's huge too, because you want it to be eye-catching. When you're scrolling, you only stop when you see posts that are scroll stopping. So make sure you're being scroll stopping, that you're gonna stop someone when they see it. Real quick, I think I just have a few closing things. Okay, content, great question. So for me, I just, I think sometimes I do stockpile. Sorry. Okay, good questions, guys. I love it. Sometimes on my calls, I'm like, guys, does anyone have any questions? And everyone's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Then I get, 20 messages. So for my content, sometimes if I, know that the next few days, maybe I didn't do the dishes. Let's keep it real, right? Maybe I will take some of my food pictures that maybe I took 5 or 6 food pictures like I did today, and I didn't post them all. I can use those tomorrow. You guys, you can use that on your other forms of social media. Also recycle your content. Not saying just the same photos, but the same captions are fine. Changing up a little bit of it. If you guys didn't see Carly's call, her, summit presentation, definitely listen into that. And she talks about breadcrumbing your story. So that's what I do. You want to make sure you have your post or your social media post and connect it to an emotion. When I started doing that, that's when things changed for me. I will say, the past few months, things have been changing for me like crazy. Because instead of just posting to post, I create that emotion behind the post. I tell people, you know what? I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and I knew something had to change. I didn't know what else I would do if I lasted another day how I was feeling. People are like, oh my gosh, I can relate. I've made posts saying, you know what, guys? I've had days where I would look into my closet. This is real life. When I was in high school, and I used to cry. I used to try on every outfit, and I would go to the mall almost every night with my mom. I was so sick and miserable because of how uncomfortable I felt in my clothes because of how sick I was with celiac disease. So I don't have to go into detail saying that. I say, who here has gone into their closet and been so disgusted with how they feel and how they look in their clothes? Who here has felt so, unconfident or feeling like they're lacking confident or, something like that? Just be specific, but not too specific. You want to make sure people can relate to you. So I wouldn't just talk about people with celiac disease or PCOS. Instead, I would say, who here that's a woman feels this way? Who here, remembers looking in the mirror wishing something could change? Be specific in that sense when you're doing your posts. Also, Kirsten has a question on, what do you do about people who get their enrollment and do not finish it? Okay, great one. Message them constantly, not like being annoying. I will message people saying, hey girl, how's your day going? I've been meaning to check in with you all day. How's your day going? I will send a picture of my food, and I'll be like, hey, are you staying on track? Like, where's your accountability photo? I do like a little accountability thread in my message to these people. I will also come up out of the blue of something else we talked about, because you should have that relationship built. And I found out if you don't have that relationship built and you sent that enrollment, it will never get completed. Maybe you'll be like lucky and like hit the lottery and they'll complete it. But no, I've had people that contacted me because of my Target posts, because like I love Target. And I will then message them saying, hey girl, like, what, have you gone to Target lately? Like, I've been looking for this one thing. People are like, yeah, I'll send it to you if you can't find it. Like, seriously, guys, just be genuine. What would you say to your best friend if they didn't complete something? I mean, be a little nicer if you're going to be like mean to your best friend, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just be you, be real. Don't just say like, why didn't you complete your form? Oftentimes there's something stopping them. Ask how their day's going. I actually had someone that had family issues, and I wouldn't have known that if I just said, hey, why didn't you complete your enrollment? I said, hey, I haven't heard from you. You've been a little quiet on here. How are you doing? And she like broke down to me telling me someone died in her family. So like, you don't know what's going on in someone's life that they aren't going to tell you unless you ask. Cause they're like, you know what, this girl really doesn't care. Maybe she just wants me to order something. So that's what I really learned over the past, almost 2 years. Just really just care about these people, and it's going to come back tenfold for you for sure. But was that good, guys? Any other questions? Feel free just to drop them below. I just have a few more points I just want to go over real quick. Did they already learn about the bucket exercise?
Some of them probably, but probably more not.
Okay. Can I go over that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I meant to mention this during time management. I'm sorry, guys. But if you have a piece of paper, try to get one.
So I guess
it's going to end in 10 minutes. That's fine. I'll finish it before 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, 9:25. So get a piece of paper, you guys. If you don't have one, I'll even like find one. Okay. I'm telling you, it's going to help. Okay. Draw 5 squares next to each other. And I will share about it in a minute. And they don't have to be perfect.
At the end, we have to take a picture.
Yes. I was going to ask you guys.
Since there's so many people on.
I know, I love it. I was going to say, you guys really rally on a Saturday night. How do you guys?
It's the best we've ever had, so
I love it.
I'm really excited.
I felt bad. I'm like, guys, I have a cough drop in my mouth, so I don't cough on everyone. I'm just not been feeling good. Okay, so you guys have your 5 buckets. Number them 1 through 5, by the way. Okay. And now take a marker or whatever. Ooh, got it all over my hand. Whatever you're using, and make a big squiggly line in between them. This is actually a part of my Rock the Basics. And I make them do it with me. So I've done this many times. Okay, so it should look like that. Okay. Sorry, guys. Coughing. Okay. Now I want you guys to realize these are your 5 buckets in your life. When I went to the Diamond Retreat with Kirsten and Vanessa, I learned this, and let me tell you, I don't know how I didn't cry at that thing. I got home, I cried the entire plane ride, like 6 hours.
I was like sobbing.
I know, and I was like, I gotta hold it together for Vanessa. Seriously, guys, I cry so easily. So I was like crying their whole red eye home, like, oh my goodness, like I can't fit my life into 5 buckets. And I will say, since that training in March, my life has changed, okay? I am no longer anxious or stressed as bad as I used to be. And with autoimmune disease, let me tell you, you don't want to be stressed out. So you have your 5 buckets, and I want you guys to mark off, your number 1 should be your personal among anything else, because if you aren't caring for yourself, how can you care for your family? How can you care for your team of coaches? How can you care for your customers? So number 1, you're going to mark as personal. And if you're serious about working your Beachbody business, number 4 and 5 are dedicated to Beachbody, okay? And I remember when I heard that, I was like, and what about school? And what about family? And what about work? And what about this? So 4 and 5, Beachbody personal would be number 4. And I want you guys to write this. Number 5 is Beachbody organizational, like your team stuff. So I write, team. And now you only have, 2 and 3 to divide up. And when I went to that Diamond Retreat, I was a full-time college student. I was taking, 54 credits a year, so 2 years at once. I was working full-time, 50 hours a week. I was volunteering about, I don't even know how many hours a week. I was doing everything, trying to be there for everyone, and I couldn't. I was literally like crying every night. I didn't know what, something had to give, and I didn't know what. So I want you guys to think, what's going to go in 2 and 3. So my second one is my family and my relationships. And for me, 3 is actually work and school. And it's because I do my schoolwork while I'm at work for the most part, because I work for my mom and I do daycare. So when the kids are napping, I'm able to do schoolwork. So for me, it's a little bit different. And now I don't take 54 credits a year because I would be insane. So make sure you divide up your number 2 and 3. And then for each bucket, you come up with 2 to 3 action items, and I will let you guys do this on your own so we don't run out of time. And like, what's going to move you closer to your goals? What are those action items you can take daily? 1, whether for your personal stuff, meal prep, workout, Shakeology, personal development, what is it going to be? Break it up. Family, what are you going to do? Date night, maybe hanging out with friends, think of what you're going to do. Beachbody personal, obviously it's your 3 vital behaviors, simple. Beachbody organizational, your team calls, those are mandatory, you guys. I actually just had this talk with my team. I've seen, many people not hopping on, and I'm like, you know what, guys? You guys tell me you're serious, but how are you serious if you aren't going to get this free training? I remember when I signed up, I was 19. I plugged into every resource. I was on the Team Fit Revolution call, the Team Iron Edge call, the Team Triceps call. At the time, I was Carly's assistant. I literally was like going nuts, and I'm like, this is great. I need to just do more of this stuff, because I knew how it was going to change me as a person and as a coach. And I knew that this is the system, whether you think it is or not, that's going to make you be the best version of yourself. Because I don't know what other job, you guys, makes you work towards being a better version of yourself. So I want you guys to remember that. Among anything else, if life gets hectic, I'm not telling you guys not to work business, but if life gets hectic, what would you lose if you lost this business? That's what I tell my coaches. What would you lose? You'd lose friendships. You would lose, I would hope not, but you wouldn't be able to talk to these people daily. You wouldn't have this team supporting you. You wouldn't have your health. You wouldn't have your wellness. And someone that struggled with having their health and everything, you don't want to lose that. So I tell people, when the going gets tough, just keep going, because you know what? It will get easier. And the more you plug in, the better it will be. So with that, any other questions? Because I know we're running out of time.
Do you take like a break at any point during the week?
Like from Beachbody?
Just from, I know a lot of people get like burnout, and I've been like that this week, and so I've kind of backed off a little bit, and I'm sure my team
from Beachbody too, especially.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I actually have been trying to take Sundays off. Like, sometimes I'll answer messages and stuff, especially if I'm hitting a goal. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going, but I try to really take Sundays off. For me, it's the day schoolwork's due. So it's hard for me to do both, but try to take a break. If you need a break, take a break. It's okay. But my issue before was when I'd take a break, then I would try to do double, triple, 4 times the amount the next day. Just keep pushing. Just, if you're doing those daily invites, you'll be good to go. So if you're going to be consistent, and it's okay to, take a day off. That's what this business is about. I want you guys to know that. And I remember that's something I struggled with in the beginning. I used to feel so guilty when I would take a day off. Don't.
Yeah.
This business is for you to like take care of you and your family. And if you aren't taking care of that, then what's the point? That's what I say.
Anybody else have any questions?
Thanks guys for hopping on. We have a lot on here.
Let's take a picture. We got to all smile, okay? I'm going to try to do this screenshot.
Oh, we all just fit too.
Yay. Oh, they keep moving. It's like people keep leaving or coming on. I don't know. Okay. Are you smiling? Ah, hold on. Okay. Okay.
I got one too.
Are you doing?
I already did.
Okay.
Yay. Thanks guys for hopping on. And Vanessa, if you don't mind just sending me the recording later.
Oh yeah, I will. Any other questions? We have 2 more minutes. I mean, anything.
Social media tips, anything. I mean, Vanessa was like, hey, we really want you to speak about, social media. And I was like, wait, me? Social media? Because I'm always looking to improve on my social media, but I've really been trying to dive in. So thank you for noticing.
So remember all that we've talked about this a lot, but the 80% 20.
Yes. We'll do that real quick.
Yeah,
yes, so that for me was so hard because, sometimes it's hard at the end of the month. You don't want to spam people, right? If you're doing your work throughout the entire month, you shouldn't be spamming people at the end of the month. You should be doing it anyways, but just want to put that out there. So each day you want to shoot to do, 3 to 5 posts each and every day. I know that seems like a lot, but once you get going, I'm telling you, sometimes I'm like, 7 posts in one day. Ooh, that's kind of a lot. But once you get going, it's easy. If you need help thinking of content, think of what makes you happy. That's what people, those are the people you're going to relate to. So if you do 5 posts a day, do 4 of them not about Beachbody, or they can be about Beachbody in a way, how it changed your life and stuff, but do 1 invite post, okay? With a call to action. So I like to do, at the end of the day, maybe today I'll do a coaching post about this, about this team call, saying, if I weren't a coach and I didn't stick it out for 2 years and I didn't sign up at age 19, when I was feeling lost, I was working retail and I didn't know where else to turn, I wouldn't have these people to hang out with on a Saturday night. So you want to just make sure you have that emotion attached to your post, especially when you're doing an invite post. So I really try to do, a quote in the morning and maybe at night, definitely in the morning. Those are easily shared. People will share your posts, and then those are more contacts you can talk to. And then those friends that like that post, you can add them and talk to them. So I try to do a quote every morning. Sometimes, I'm not perfect, but that's okay. So I'm about to get cut off.
Yeah, it's about to go. So
yeah. So thanks guys for hopping on, and thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, let me stop it.